Are you
Yep.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Connor
we're
and
good.
Brad are here from Against the Sun, and we are talking about rock and roll and how I'm doing my best to yell the loudest about the extremely bitchin' new rock and roll that's out right now. Now, what I was just going to ask you is, when was the last rock band that you felt, because you guys are kick-ass, like that you felt actually like was influential to you? Because you were talking about how the old guard, but like who's of late? Is there anybody?
Yeah, I would say probably Royal Blood.
Ah,
Um, they're absolutely killing it. I mean, maybe not so much their most recent stuff because I feel like they kind of went in a more pop direction, but just that very first 2015 album with like Out of the Black, Figure It Out, 10 Ton Skeleton, dude, it's only two people and they freaking kick ass. They're so good. Like I'm pretty jealous of them. They're really good.
that's great. That's great. That's what I'm talking about. Because for me, it's easy because I listen to all you guys every weekend.
Yeah.
I smoke my bowl and put the headphones on and just absolutely go off on
Yeah.
all the new music.
Hold on one sec. Okay, can you
Get it?
guys hear me?
Yeah,
My mic working? Okay.
yeah.
No, I can't hear
Kind of
you.
fading. Damn, it's kind of fading in and out. Okay,
Hey,
here we
you
go.
know what?
Yeah, but yeah, that my point is like, thank you so much, Tully, for playing actually like new music and new bands. You know, because a lot of these shows they don't do it, and so I know you've been playing our stuff for the past like what year and a half or something like that.
Since
So
you
it's an
sent
honor
it to
to.
me, I
Yeah.
try to get on. I try
Yeah.
to get on it. When I hear a band that I dig that I know could, because I've been around, man. I did
Mhm.
like my first radio show in like 92. So
Nice.
like I've heard so many, yeah, man. I played like Nirvana Bleach and shit. It was amazing.
Back
It
in the
blew my-
day.
it flipped my fucking lid. I didn't even know what was going on when I played that shit. Like when I heard those bands for the first time,
Yeah.
I was like, this is like, I knew in the 90s there was going to be like another, because I don't remember the 70s at all, but rock and roll was so solid in the 70s. And
For
I
sure.
knew in the 90s, I felt that vibe again. There was a lot of political songwriting,
Yeah.
a lot of like really passionate shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's coming up again.
Yeah, no, I feel the exact same way. I'd say I'm into this like newer wave of kind of metalcore that influences like some pop and hip hop elements, but also still keeps it pretty heavy. So I'd say like Bad Omens has been a huge influence on me as late. Some LA bands like Volumes and Dayseeker, even some British bands like Holding Absence, I think is
This is great
Amazing.
stuff because
Yeah.
you're a band.
yeah.
So it's like this, people respect, you got to respect the opinion of people who do the work.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's cool to have a platform like this for new music and stuff like that. And again, we've been like emailing back and forth, but it's an honor to finally be on with. I was before the start here, I was calling him Mr. Dio and Saint Dio because he's like the preacher for this new wave of rock music, which is
I love
fucking
it
killer.
so much. It makes me so stoked. I don't even know what to tell you. Like there's certain things that get me going, and one of them is like new music. Whenever
Yeah.
I feel like shit, I put the headphones on, smoke a bowl, just
Yep.
to keep yourself in check.
For sure.
It's legal here.
Right.
We don't even sweat it.
Yeah.
So like it's everywhere. There is more collectives by where I live, and it's a nice area too. But there's more around here than there is like 7-Elevens.
Wow.
Oh.
That's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely less harmful than fucking alcohol and everything like that. So like by a pretty big margin.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I know
doing both.
like back in the day when we were sending you all the stuff last year and stuff like that, I know the one you really latched onto was our Dead Man's Party cover.
Loved it. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it was so good.
Thanks, man.
That was
That was
And
so
I think
fun.
I told you guys, and I really mean this, that track, I actually liked your version more than Elfman's. And I don't say that
Damn.
about a lot.
Right,
Uh,
right.
Joe Cocker back in the day had a couple covers of like Beatles songs that were pretty phenomenal.
Mhm.
But like for the most part, if you cover something, never. It's
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a nod. No
Yeah.
way, dude. It's that
Yeah.
good. I dig it that much.
Thanks, man. Thank you. We tried to give it just a ton of like fucking balls energy. That was actually the first recording that Connor here actually ever played drums on. So we just got those drum
Oh,
tones
no
from
kidding.
in his practice studio. Yeah, for real.
It's
Like
true.
it almost felt like that's the version that it's like Danny Elfman's the version he wanted to do to me. It's more punk.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
because he's. I mean, Oingo Boingo was super. The thing is, they were so out there that they were kind of punk rock. Because they're. I mean, the fucking band was called Oingo Boingo. Like they're
Right.
fucking out there, dude.
Yeah.
So like, he didn't really have, but it had that '80s vibe, kind of that like,
Totally post-punk kind of thing.
but
Yeah.
not the edge.
Right,
It was the
exactly.
New wave mixed with punk vibe.
Yeah, something I always admire about Danny Elfman is his versatility. He can make his voice sound so many different ways and so many different registers and everything like that. So he's been a big inspiration for me. I don't necessarily sound like Danny Elfman, but I love the way, all the different places he can go with his voice. So he's a huge inspiration for sure.
Oh, that's a great one. Because he has a lot of like theater to him.
Yes.
He has that whole
Theatricality.
thing.
Yep.
When he's performing, I'm sure it's magnificent to watch as an audience member, because I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
he's like getting out there with all of it, just bringing the heat.
Yeah.
Bringing
No,
the heat.
the only member of Oingo Boingo that we actually got that we know has heard the song is John Avila, who was the bass player of Oingo Boingo. We know he's heard it and he was stoked on it, so we were happy about that.
Oh, I mean that's the greatest.
Yeah, it was a good feeling. I mean, I hope one day more than anything for Danny Elfman to hear it and give me some good boy pats. That's what I'm hoping
what?
for, but we'll see.
Everything, but it's LA. Like we're based in LA. We're playing your stuff. Everything is always one tick. It's just one little word. This person heard it, then this person heard it, then this person heard it, and that's
Totally.
how it works. So
Totally.
like that dream ain't over. I'll tell you
I
that
know.
much.
I know.
We're
I'll be
gonna
going on
play-
for the rest of my life.
We're gonna play Undone. Love the art, by the way, too.
Thanks, man. That's actually
Yeah.
Connor's friend Aaron.
Yeah, it's my friend Erin. She's very talented.
He does all of our artwork.
I gotta
Yeah.
follow her. I gotta follow her because I like to tweet artists too.
Oh, sick.
The hope one day is I want to get, like, my backdrop here is all this random stuff, but at one I just want it to be all indie art, like
Oh,
all
hell yeah.
artists that are trying to be seen.
Hell
Put
yeah.
that all up behind me. So like, it's all about art. It's
Yeah.
all about pushing art because people need it right now. It's kind of a sad time.
Totally. So you're like a
Yeah.
curator of all different kinds of art and stuff. I
really-
respect that a lot. I love that.
Thanks, brother. It's like the only
Yeah.
thing that really makes me happy is like
Yeah.
just taking in all this art all the time. I don't know,
Yeah.
If you,
Yeah.
if you want her Instagram, it's at Leluna, LELUNA dot Aaron.
Okay.
We also
You
tag her
are-
in our posts, so you can go through that and they'll she's always tagged in that stuff. But yeah,
Beautiful.
thank you, man. Thank you.
You
It kind
gotta.
of yeah.
And especially when it crosses over, when
Yeah.
the rock and roll and the art cross over, it's even better.
back in the physical days, it was such a bigger component of going on, right? Because I'd buy the stuff and buy the poster and look at the album artwork and how it sort of meshes with the music and stuff like that, which it definitely still can be done. There's still bands that are doing it, but it's rarer nowadays, I'd say.
Absolutely. And they have been. I've noticed people have started to release like limited edition vinyls,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
real cool because
It
I
is.
remember firing through my dad's record album collection, and you're like opening it up. And then
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
revealing, like Zeppelin and stuff. You're opening
Yeah.
it up. It's revealing this world.
Yeah,
that is a clue to the music you're going to listen to.
yeah. It's like a
phenomenal.
storybook almost,
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
totally.
And then you're like all gingerly using the record so you don't fuck them up. You just like, come in with the heat.
But then you fuck them up anyway.
Yeah, Big Jim. When I was
Yeah.
a little kid, he had a bunch of 8-tracks that he did. It was old 8-track player.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess when I was a little kid, I used to just pull all the tape out.
Oh no!
I just wanted to listen. I didn't understand how to do it yet. I was just a fucking little Dio. What was
Yeah,
I supposed
little-
to do, dude?
You deal
know?
the menace.
I was just a little destroyer.
That's killer.
So we're gonna play Undone. Now, you don't have to say if it's a mystery. It could be a mysterious artist. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you'd like to tell us a little bit about the track, you know what? If you don't even want to tell us about the meaning, you can always tell us about the process.
Sure.
I think
Sure.
people like to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, my lyrics, I like art and stuff, but I'm not some pretentious guy that's going for this really hard to understand concept. My lyrics are a little bit. I still use a lot of figurative language, but I try to be a little bit more straightforward. So if you listen to the song, it's basically a breakup song. It's less like a "fuck you, I hate you" breakup song, and more I always try to balance like the anger and the sadness and try to make something that's a little bit more in this kind of murky gray. Again, not just like that fuck you, but it tells the story of like a long-term relationship that just fell out because you're different people now and you have different dreams and different goals and aspirations. So it's this more complex breakup song, I think. But no, it's a super fun song to write. I took it as it was basically my song for a couple years, and then I brought it to the guys. And you know, my influences are a little bit more in the emo pop punk kind of realm, and then the guys though are such firmly rooted in like hard rock, metal, and metalcore. So
Ooh, that's a good combo.
yes, exactly. So they took my sad little song basically and attached a pair of balls to it and made it nice and heavy. So it's this cool mixture.
They dabbed the tear off you.
Yeah,
They just did it
exactly.
Gingerly with an old beer
Gingerly.
towel.
Yes, but
No.
then you know they add that like heaviness to it. Like our bass player Alex, he does all the screams, right? So he has that like that really heavy fucking voice. So it's the mixture of all these things that makes what we do ours. You know.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's that pairing, because like you got to have the emotion in there with the absolute ass kicking,
Definitely. Yeah.
because it gives it substance.
Yeah.
Not
or
that,
something to
not
connect
that like
with.
bands
Yeah.
like, AC/DC didn't have substance, but they're
Totally.
just straight up. They sound like the opening of a beer.
Right. Yeah.
Like, they're
exactly.
just
That's a good way to put it. I've
straight
never heard
ass.
that before. That's cool.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's
Yeah,
their
definitely.
music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
don't think like, geez, man, Bon Scott was really
A deep-
emotionally tore up over that breakup. You were like, dirty deeds. Fucking, he's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
talking about whacking people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
which is awesome, and we love all that stuff too, for sure. But like, yeah, we we kind of use music as an outlet to process some of the shit that we're going through in our lives. So we always try to serve as a connection point to people who are going through a hard time, I guess.
It works.
Thanks, man.
I mean, it really does. I mean, I think it's so important. It's like you're basically telling everybody they're not alone through music.
Yeah, absolutely.
In whatever it may be, a breakup, alcoholism, doesn't fucking matter. Whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And you're singing it to them. It's such
Yeah.
a more palatable way to get your message.
Totally. That was exactly our last song, Back to Ruin, was all about addiction and everything like that. That's something we talk about a lot because unfortunately that's something that's in our personal lives, right? So we try, I at least try to write from the heart as much as possible. So
It comes through.
thanks, man.
So what's coming up next now? Are you guys like, are you touring? Can you tour? I don't know. Now that we just they're doing the mask mandate again in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to bring that
Oh.
shit back.
I was in the, I was at the
so
whiskey.
much fun.
I was at the
Just-
whiskey twice just this last weekend. They didn't make me wear a mask, thankfully enough.
Oh, because
So-
they said they were going to start it again. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not, you know
okay.
what? I'm not Fooch. I'm not the Foochie. I don't know shit. Look at me. Don't take advice from me. Look at me.
Just
Nah.
move to Orange County. No one cares out here.
Dude,
Yeah,
no one cares in
exactly.
Orange County.
Seriously.
It's straight up. We're all Orange County based. We're Orange County guys. I was born and raised in Orange County. I think so is every other member of the band. And LA's cool. I mean, I don't mean to shit on LA, but
no.
also
No, you can.
I was
I'm not
born and
from
raised
here.
in Agora.
Oh, that's
Ah,
right. You were born and
Agora
raised in
Hills.
Agora Hills.
I
Whatever.
can't believe you, Brad.
Yeah. Well, most of
Band's
us are Orange
over.
County guys. Yeah, band's over. Sorry,
No,
dude. You're not
I'm
Orange
from
County.
Detroit. I'm
Oh,
from
really?
Detroit originally. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
How was it like out there?
Well, it's Detroit.
It was
I'm
tough.
guessing.
It
was tough,
Detroit
yeah.
was tough. Where I lived was not bad at all.
Okay.
But going into Detroit,
Sure.
and we used to go in and see shows at like St. Andrews and these hole in the wall places that were like fucking gnarly. But it was
Sure.
fun, man.
Yeah, I
would
bet.
highly recommend when you're in your 20s, get the fuck to those dirty bars. Who gives
Definitely.
a shit? Nothing's gonna happen.
Definitely.
And you got to be adventurous. But it was a really cool place to see music, and
Yeah.
it definitely sparked my interest in all things that were like underground.
Yeah.
That was the
Totally.
cool shit in Michigan.
Totally. Yeah.
And then I moved out here, and I've been here for like 15 years.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm originally from Michigan. So
Has it all been in the
I used to
LA
live in Orange
area
County.
since you've been in California? Has it all been the LA area?
I lived in Fullerton for a while.
Fullerton
okay.
is kind of cool. I like, yeah, the
It was all
downtown's
right. They had a
poppin'.
nice movie theater. I used to go there and watch it.
Yeah. No, I.
They had a nice Target.
Yeah, well, there you go. But I live in downtown Anaheim, and then Connor's in Mission Viejo, and a couple of the boys are in Costa Mesa. But we actually practice right in the heart of Santa Ana, which is really cool. I love that city.
So you guys probably do most of your tours then in that area, Anaheim and things like that.
We do, definitely.
Or-
We do regional stuff. So we play a lot in Orange County. We play sometimes in LA. LA's tough because you get a lot of the pre-sale, and we're just not about that fucking pre-sale stuff. So
Sure.
yeah, it's just pay to play crap, and we don't like to do that. We have gone down to San Diego a few times, and then we play out in Riverside a little bit. We do every so often go up and play in the high desert, like Apple Valley, Hesperia area. And let me
Ah.
tell you, dude, those high desert shows are fucking awesome.
They're
You
fun.
gotta let me know the next time you do that, because that's
Yeah.
really interesting. That'd be a good adventure.
Dude, no, everybody out there has nothing to do. All they do is like dirt bike riding, getting fucked up at shows like that, and it's just a fucking party every single time.
Sounds
So,
like
I mean,
Michigan.
yeah, exactly. So it's like a 2-hour, 2.5-hour drive for us, but every time we go up there, they love us out there. We make fucking bank. We cover it's always a win-win.
Oh, you
going
got to
out
get the
there.
hotel. You got to get the hotel and crash out if you're gonna.
I
go
know,
that
I
far.
know. We were trying to do some regional tours going to there, and maybe going out east to like Beaumont or something like that, or even Palm Springs or whatever. Because I mean, the thing, like a lot of bands don't tour those desert areas, So
If
it's
it's a
just
good
like
time,
a wasteland,
got
you
it.
know?
But if it's
Exactly.
a good time,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
how you get the word
Yeah.
to spread. Those people who are like get hardcore.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, Against the Sun's coming back.
yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
go, dude. Remember, you got all fucked up and broke that beer bottle on your head. I don't know.
It's it's so
Weird
interesting
shit.
because it's like you'll go to LA and you'll pay however many hundreds of dollars to play at a venue, and of course that venue might be is super historical, super awesome,
Oh,
the
yeah.
sound's great, whatever, that's fine, but like the parking shit, and I almost feel like sometimes they take it for granted because it happens every night. Whereas like, folks out in the desert or something like that, they never get bands to come out there, especially bands doing what we do. And so like they're just so stoked to hear the music, right? Because it's so rare for bands out there. Basically, like bands out there, and they're awesome, are doing like really heavy metal stuff or like really hardcore punk stuff. And the stuff we do is we can play on punk shows, we can play on metal shows, but
Sure.
we're doing a lot more melodic music, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for some people who might not be as hardcore as those guys, they're really excited to hear. Like we'll get a lot of like women and stuff like that. That'll be cool to like dance around and stuff like that, So it's a fun time. It is.
It's an actual big beers time. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Those are the best shows.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to go like, to go to a hardcore show and like, I don't do mosh pits anymore, but I
Okay.
certainly didn't have a fear of them back in the day. I
Yeah.
still would probably do it if I had enough beers in me. But
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay.
the point is like, yeah, don't worry about it. I say that shit, and then I get like one little speck of beer hits my tongue, and I'm like, "Where's the pit?" I'm like, it's out of control. How are
Sick.
your elbows? They're bleeding, and I love it.
Sick.
But
That's the way to do it.
yes, but it's like it's a great thing to have that type of music that isn't just for the people who like to go in the mosh pit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can just chill and have a good time, but it's still rock and roll, and that's when people stand next to each other and cheers with the big beers and get all just absolutely smashed because it's a fun environment.
Exactly. Yeah,
And that's the
exactly.
best.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
thing you can do for the world right now.
Absolutely, man. People are hungry for a good time, especially
Yeah.
right after COVID restrictions were lifted. People were itching to just get out and see a show or just be in a bar with people to drink, So, yeah.
And now it's back to this shit for maybe a little while. We're all gonna manifest that it doesn't last.
I'm hoping it doesn't.
You guys got gigs to fucking do. Come
Yeah.
on, we don't have time for this shit.
Fans to make, merch
Come
to
on.
sell, tickets to sell, music to
on.
make. Yeah, that's what's up.
I got sleeves to cut off. I don't have time for it.
Yeah,
Guys,
respect
thanks for
on that.
coming on the show. We're going to play Undone during the set list this week, and we will talk to you soon. We'll book you for when we come back around. We'll book you
Yeah.
guys again so you can tell us what's going on. And let us know if you do one of those desert ones, because maybe Dubs and I will get a hotel room and just get obliterated with you guys.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you so much for having us on. You're super rad, dude. Tully. Appreciate it, man.
Anytime, my man. Later,
All right.
boys. See
Yeah,
ya.
you take care.